Welcome back to VR Startlers, one player, 10 questions, 10 answers, episode 28 featuring CryptoSonic. Hey man, how you
How
doing?
you guys doing? Good,
Nice
man.
to
How are
have
you?
you here. Nice to see you and nice to have you here on the little show or whatever. Cool.
Yeah, man. Nice to have. Thanks for having me. This is
Yeah,
awesome. I love it.
yeah. I think we jump right in. Like first question, it's kind of easy. So like yeah, let's just start. If you don't need to answer anything, because some people, I actually cut out the name question because many people don't like to, with the
For
crypto
sure.
and, but so if you don't want to answer anything, just skip it or. But I ask like, how old are you and where from? Because for me it's very interesting. Like most people I met till now is like plus 40 probably, and that's really strange. If you're into digging discords,
Yeah,
like there's a lot of young people, but in Startlers there's a lot of old like space game veterans. So it's kind of interesting.
I love that. It's
Yeah,
true. It's true. Yeah. Well, most of the blockchain space is fairly. I mean, it's catching on, but I know what you mean. Yeah. Well, I'm 32 and I live in Canada. I am originally from Poland, though.
cool. Canadian and Polish
I am.
roots. Cool, cool.
I
Nice,
am.
nice.
Yeah. Dual citizenship, so I got both passports.
Cool, cool, cool. So you're a neighbor of me actually, because yeah, I'm in Germany, so yeah,
That's
nice.
right. Yeah.
Cool. Yeah, we got that one out of the way. Right on to question number two. It's that's the new question. I exchanged it for the name one. How did you get into the crypto thing? Like, or you have crypto at all, or just Atlas? Like, it's
Yeah.
different for
Yeah. I
everybody.
do. For sure. So, I guess it just kind of friends and family, to be completely honest.
It's cool.
I'm not. I haven't been in the crypto space for a tremendous amount of time. It's been, uh, at most a year, and then most of my friends and family have been in it a lot longer. So there was a lot of hesitation from my end for a while there, and then blockchain gaming kind of came out, and that's really what got me into it full-fledged. So I've been in it for just under a year now and really into it for the past, I don't know, probably 5, 6 months.
That's cool. Very interesting. Like over the family, like that's new to me as well. Like, yeah, cool. Yeah, nice. So probably somebody in your family got rich, and now you have to do it, kind of. It's
Well, I wouldn't say rich. I
uh,
mean,
but
yeah, there was a few moments where I probably should have got into it a while back with some of my friends and family because
uh,
they did make some money, but that's all right. I'm in it
it's
now,
it's
so
it's the same for me. Like I'm so conservative now. With don't do it. And that it was like when I saw the Star Atlas posters. I felt like yeah, $70 or whatever. And yeah, I can wait. I can do it later. It's you never know. Yeah, but now we're here. So all good. Okay, now we get into the gaming thing. I hope you're a gamer. If you're not a gamer, it doesn't matter. But like,
yeah.
what's the first computer game you ever played, and what's your all-time favorite game?
Okay, yeah, this is a tough question, I guess. So one of the first computer games, and I guess probably one of my all-time favorites, was back in the day. We used to do LAN parties and Age of Empires and StarCraft. So those are like the two like computer games that I was really into, growing up, and it was fun. We'd have like all of our friends come, and we'd have computer class, and we'd just play Age of Empires in the background of computer class. So that's kind of
That's
the two games. Yeah.
yeah, very cool. Like Age of Empires, there were a few guys here before. I'm really bad at Age of Empires, especially the multiplayer. So yeah, because there's always the like they're too quick for me, but I like the game, and yeah, LAN
Yeah,
parties,
yeah,
like
yeah,
it's
for
it's
sure.
good memories. Like I went to a lot of LAN parties in the old days, like carrying your computer and everything was bigger than
Exactly.
now. It were crazy times,
That was
very
the best
nice.
time. Like even like Halo 2, like all of our buddies would bring their TVs and
Yeah,
Xboxes and we'd
TVs and
set
yeah,
up in the basement and there would be like,
it's
eight TVs set up and Halo 2 was another great game, right? So really
like
good memories and
uh,
obviously one of the better times playing games.
On one side, now it's so easy, you just like we could start any game right now, like just like in the old days, the internet was bad, or you even had no internet and crazy, and so it changed a lot. But the social aspect somehow is like I don't know if it's cool now because everybody's anonymous. Like you meet a lot of people, but you never know them. Like on the Startless Discord, like there's 150,000 people, and you talk to them, but you never know who's behind. That's actually why I make these videos here. It's kind of interesting to
I like that.
finally meet the people and like see what's all about. It's cool. Nice.
Yeah,
Yeah. Next question, like that one is about music. You like music, so what's your
I
favorite? Like,
do. I do like music. Another really tough question. I do consider myself, kind of all over the place when it comes to music. Sometimes I'll listen to some EDM when I'm working out, or but I guess kind of going back to just like good childhood memories. Offspring was one that really kind of stands out. I always had some really good
mm,
memories
it's cool. Yeah.
playing Offspring with some friends. So that's one band, that I have really good memories. But like I said, I'm fairly um, you know, I play music to based on how I feel, essentially,
It's
right? So
on the mood. Yeah, it's same for me. Like in the morning, I
yeah,
wake up and depending on my mood, like I even listen to hip hop, rock, or techno.
exactly.
It's always like yeah, nice, cool. You got that one out the way. Next one is about the movies. Also, I know it's always difficult. You can say the top five, the top three, whatever. So, what's your favorite
hmm
movie?
Yeah, man. I mean, I love sci-fi. I'm a
Ooh,
huge sci-fi fan, and I love movies too. So, like, movies are something that I've always loved and watched and everything. So, I mean, all-time favorite, again, super super hard, but I love the classics. So like the Alien series
ooh,
was like one of my favorites. I can
me
watch
too.
that over and over again. Most recent, good sci-fi movie that I watched was Dune. I really enjoyed Dune. It was a little bit slower, but great cinematography and really good sound, so I really enjoyed that one. And of course, I live in Canada, so indulging in a little bit of marijuana once in a while and watching a movie always enhances the experience.
Okay,
So I'm a big
cool.
movie fan.
Me too. I watch everything, movies, TV series. There's a lot of good ones. Like the last one, similar to Alien, was also from Ridley Scott. I think the Raised by Wolves. You watched that one?
Yeah,
Raised,
yeah, that one was good too. Yeah,
it's crazy. Like the second season was really amazing. Yeah, cool. And
yeah.
that's what
Anything,
yeah,
yeah,
go on.
anything sci-fi. I'm also a big horror fan. I love horror movies. So like, if you can mix sci-fi with horror
Yeah,
together, that's why Alien pops into my mind, right? I just love that kind of stuff. So
yeah. And it's amazing. That's why I love the Star Atlas community so much because like, there's different music, different games we play, but it's all the sci-fi, We all love the sci-fi movies and science fiction
this whole
and
space, yeah,
yeah, so
yeah.
that it really, yeah, triggers me. It's really good. Nice. Now, like more real life questions about the food, like yeah,
Food.
poutine, I would guess, but like you're Canadian, so what's your favorite food, or what do you eat
I
in
actually
Canada?
don't like poutine. Poutine sucks. I don't know. That's
Okay,
just me
that's
though.
good. Yeah, no,
I like crispy fries, not soggy fries.
cool.
But
What's your
yeah,
favorite?
I grew up on the West Coast, so believe it or not, Canada actually has like really really good sushi, and it's really easily
I I
accessible, and
uh,
I
I lived in
I
Vancouver
love
for like
sushi.
1.5 years, and like I had a lot of
Oh,
sushi in
nice.
Vancouver as well. So yeah, Canada is
Yeah, so
really cool. I like Canada a lot. Like it's one of my favorite
yeah.
countries.
Yeah, Vancouver has some really good food, and as you're
Yeah,
probably aware, because you
it's
live there, right? I grew up in
I
Vancouver, so
I
sushi was like kind of like the
yeah.
fast food of
That's
of that
that's
area. So
yeah. That's one of the flares of the West Coast, probably. I guess so. You got a lot of Asian influence there. So yeah,
that's right.
probably
Yeah,
that's one of the reasons they have good Asian
yeah,
food there.
yeah. I love
Nice.
Japanese food. So
Yeah, me too, me too, me too. Nice, nice, nice. Okay, and now it's getting more important, like to Startlers. How did you find Startlers? Like, was it also your friends, family, or how did you find it on Twitter, YouTube?
No, actually, so as I mentioned earlier, um, the metaverse and the GameFi space is really what attracted me into cryptocurrencies. And at first, I was just writing threads on different projects, and Star Atlas was actually one of the very first. It was the very first Twitter thread that I wrote.
Okay.
And it was one of the first games that I found that really kind of attracted me because I love sci-fi, I love space themed, and I never really played Eve online, but I had a friend who played Eve, and I always wanted to play it. And then Star Atlas kind of emerged, and I just kind of it really attracted me. So I wrote a thread on Star Atlas, and it was the best thread that I've written to date. I had like something like 800 likes, 800
Wow,
retweets,
that's
and I was,
cool.
yeah. So this community really kind of brought me in, attracted me, right? So I kind of dove in and got to know the community. Started really doing a little bit more research on the project itself, and I kind of fell in love. And this is kind of where I've stayed.
That's cool. A very, very interesting story. Yeah, cool. Nice.
Yeah, man.
So actually, you found it and you like, and then yeah, you made a
Just
tweet.
just by research, yeah, just by research. I was just looking
It's the same
for
for me.
different blockchain games.
Me too. I was like, I had some axes and stuff, and then I was looking because I don't really like the game, And then there's like other projects, whatever, Elysium and stuff. But and then I did the research, sci-fi. I'm a big fan of Eve Online, Elite Dangerous, Does It and all this.
Hmm.
And then I found Stardust, and I thought, oh, that's it, blockchain, play to earn, and sci-fi. Yeah, I'm gonna try that out.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah, because when I first started doing the research, I guess that's one thing that, blockchain gaming is lacking is like that AAA concept, right? So I started looking for, more AAA style games with really high quality. And then, of course, Star Atlas is being built on Unreal Engine 5 AAA, and it's space themed. It just,
Yeah.
yeah, that was it.
Oh. And like, why are you still here? Like, what got you hooked? Like, you
Oh,
found it, you made a
it's
tweet.
got to be
Okay,
the
if you, it's easy. Like, you got 800 likes or whatever, so that's got you hooked, all right? Like,
Yeah, I mean
uh,
it's got to be the community, right? It's got to be the
every,
community. I
uh,
mean this
I, I,
this
I,
community is so lit.
yeah, we're giving too much credit to Santi, when he watches the video, everybody says the community, but
Yeah,
it's
yeah,
like the
yeah.
community. Yeah, it's
I
cool.
don't know. I mean, I guess I can say something different than
Okay,
just the
okay,
community, but it
okay.
is in many ways it is the community. But
It
as
is.
I mentioned just a few minutes ago, I love the idea of bringing something new to the table, right? As I mentioned earlier in the call, I always kind of missed out on that ground floor opportunity, whether it is Bitcoin or some other projects through my family. And then obviously Star Atlas is kind of this next big thing that's at the ground level. And when I found it, nothing else has been done to this caliber yet in this space. So I thought, this is it. Maybe this is the first project that I'll be able to get in at the ground floor and actually build something really cool and unique out of, and kind of have most of my attention when it comes to cryptocurrencies. So that's kind of what really attracted me to the project. I still feel like there's a huge opportunity in this space, and if done right, and if they pull it off, this could be a great opportunity for everybody that's in it right now.
Yeah, yeah. Perfect, perfect. I have nothing to add to that. Most important question of them all, what's your favorite chip?
Ooh, favorite ship. That's a
Or
tough
I
one.
always started like, what's your first chip? Like the first chip
The
you.
very first ship that I bought was the Pierce X4.
Nice.
So it's just a small little bike. That was the very first one. When it comes to the actual manufacturers, I mean, I love the Pierce ships, and I really, really like the BIOS, the
Bye.
YERPs and
Yeah,
stuff.
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
but those are the ships that I'm kind of targeting when it comes to gameplay. But when it comes to looks, I'm gonna have to go with the Ecos line. I think the Ecos line looks unreal. Like the Grenadier and just the interior of those ships are unreal. Not
Yeah.
really my play style, but when it comes to visuals, those ones are really, really cool. And I love the
Yeah.
raw aspect of, just kind of, the graffiti and the colors and then, obviously all the insides. I just really like that style. I think it's really cool.
Beautiful, beautiful. It's for me, it's really tough question. I like all the ships probably. Like, there's no real
Totally.
bad ones or ugly ones, but so it's really hard to decide like which one are my
Yeah,
favorites.
which
But
one's yours?
like my first one was the Jet, and my favorite would be also the Earth probably. I like the kind of steampunk, like
Yeah,
uh, junkyard built sci-fi ship. I like that rough look. There's a lot
totally.
of beautiful ships. I like all the beautiful ships as well, but like this one is more like I can see me flying around in an old spaceship, like breaking apart.
Totally.
It's kind of, and I like that style. Cool.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm the same. I'm the same. I
Yeah,
love
yeah.
that.
Okay, and already last question. About the future in the startlers. What's your plans? Like you member of a guild, and I know you doing the other project we had the interview a few days ago, and but what you're trying to achieve?
Totally.
Like what's your plan?
Um, I mean, obviously, it's one of those things where I'm trying to build something new, right? This, like as I mentioned, this space is very early and there's a lot of opportunity within the space. So when I hopped in, I was looking for a way to create something and bring in some artists and all of that stuff. So yes, I am a part of a guild. I'm a part of Deep Profits Guild. They attracted me because when I first read their introduction on the website, I like the idea of learning more about cryptocurrencies and having a team that can explain certain things to me. And it's not just about gaming; it's about learning the back end side of everything. So that's really what attracted me to Deep Profits. So I also really like the idea of having a smaller guild, a kind of a family feel. I like
Yeah,
being in a smaller group of, individuals where you can interact much easier and everything. Obviously, in game there might be some disadvantages because you are smaller, and in this scale of a game, guilds that have 5,000 members will outperform smaller guilds. But I just love the smaller feel. And then,
yeah,
of course, we started the Supernova Racing, so that's another thing that we're working on, and that's another thing that I'm really kind of focusing my attention on and trying to build out to a point where we can potentially implement it into the actual Star Atlas metaverse and see where it goes. But obviously, super early, just
yeah.
building and
But it's
trying to find
it
a way to,
the
yeah.
Supernova Racing thing is like one of my favorite community projects at the moment. So if you
Oh, thank you, man. That's
I hope
awesome.
you can get it going. Like I'm so excited for it. Like something going on, races like 23 or 24 guilds signed up and all the
Yeah,
patches, and it's so cool. I would love to see it. I just hope it will happen. Like
totally.
I'm really
I
excited
hope
for
so
that.
too. Obviously we have so much time, so we're not necessarily, completely rushing to get everything done, but we are working on it. We're really
Nice,
kind of working and trying to develop it, and we want to make it right. And we definitely want to create the largest racing community, not just in Star Atlas, but just in the metaverse. Just
yeah,
having all these guilds, all these teams, and then
nice.
racing on potentially different platforms. And then, of course, eventually, once this game is released in Star Atlas, having that integrated into that metaverse would be unreal. So
Would be
yeah,
really, really cool. And also, as you when you said before about the guild and the sizes, I'm in a similar. I got a similar feeling about it. Like if you think about it, like if you're in a big guild, like 5,000 people, like a few of the guys in there, but like it's more like it's not so personal. If you have a smaller guild, I think it's more like friends and family feeling. You know everybody. You can depend on them. Where in a big guild, probably it feels like you one of many, more kind of this style. Yeah, so
yeah. I mean,
it's interesting.
it's a tough choice. Yeah, like I said, it's there's opportunities to a lot more opportunities can be created in larger guilds. And I mean, you don't necessarily have to know everybody within the guild. You can have your own squads, your own squad. You can be a squad leader within those guilds. But ultimately, yeah, I'm the same boat. I like the idea of overall having a smaller member count and just being a little bit more in tune with a lot more people than just being a number. But from my experience, even the larger guilds within this space, you don't feel like a number. It's pretty hard to really pick a guild because all of them are so amazing.
Yeah,
And I mean, I'm a part of many discords with many other guilds, and I'm, talking with different guild leaders, and everybody's extremely welcoming, and it's incredible. So this space is really cool, and this community is unreal. So
yeah.
yeah,
It's
finding a
so
particular guild is hard.
yeah, it's so tough to decide. I don't have a guild yet because I would feel bad if I join one now and I cannot join the other one. So it's really really tough decision. I probably stay a solo player or just do something like with them. Not sure yet
Totally.
how
And there's
it's
so much
gonna.
time, right?
Yeah,
So much time that you can, and
exactly.
there's so many like partnerships and alliances that you don't
Yeah.
necessarily have to be a part of one. You could be a part of an alliance, for example, right?
Alliance
So
or like have at least a relationship with many of them, because like
exactly.
I somehow I want to be able to travel around the space and see all the places, and then it
Hmm.
probably comes into like if you in one guild specific and then they may be in conflict with some other guilds, it's more trouble. So I think there's also a chance for solo players if you're good with many people, like so you
Totally.
can arrange with them, all of them. Yeah,
Yeah, yeah, and
interesting.
I know that a lot of people say that you have to find a guild and you have to be a part of a guild, but in many ways there's so many alliances being formed that, like you said, I feel the same way that as a solo player, as long as you are actually um, engaging and creating those relationships with multiple players from multiple different guilds, you can definitely be successful within this game. This game is going to be very political, right? So the more connections you can make now, the more people that you can talk to and create those alliances with, the more opportunities you'll have. And you don't necessarily have to be a part of a specific guild. I will say that if you are a brand new player and you aren't necessarily social and it's just you by yourself and you don't have those connections, it may be a little bit difficult for you in the future. But highly encourage everybody to, participate in all the
At the
discords and,
moment,
and get to know
yeah,
everyone.
at the moment it's
Yeah,
like you can try, you can join the Discord, check them
exactly.
out, and then like you can choose the one that fits you best.
For sure.
Nice. I always do a little bonus question. Anything you want to add, or anything we need to know, like shout
No, just
outs? I mean,
yeah, I'll
you
do a shout out.
already,
Shout out
yeah,
to all the Deep Profits guys.
yeah,
They've been extremely. We've been working hard for the Supernova Racing. So shout out to all the guild members that joined us. If anybody wants to join a racing community and submit a team and has a guild, feel free to give me a shout. Reach out to Drum Carlos. So big shout out to Carlos, Fowl, and Kriggs. Those guys have been really working hard to help
yeah.
me out and help Deep Profits out. So anybody from Deep Profits, good on you guys.
Shout outs to Deep Profits. Yeah, join Deep
Yeah,
Profits.
yeah.
Cool. Yeah, thanks so much for being here. Thanks so much for doing this, and yeah, I hope like we have a lot more interviews coming in the future with the Supernova and all the other things you guys doing at the moment. I hope to get
Absolutely,
Quicks
man.
into the show as well, and yeah, I wish you all the best for the
Yeah.
future. Thanks a lot for doing this, and yeah, have a good one.
Hey,
Nice
thank you so
day.
much for having me.
Thank you. Bye bye.